I don't know. It's hard to put your art in front of people and have it judged.
Kind of exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time.
I need it as much as I can't stand it. You know what I mean? And it's a delicate balance, and that's why. And I don't think it bothers most musicians as much as it might bother me. But maybe that's a problem. Maybe it's not. I really don't know. It's probably a problem. but at the moment, that's how I am. So I don't create very fast, but I'm always working on stuff. And I am in another band with my brother, and we do Barbara is the band, and we do create all kinds of new music. So I have written actually probably more music than I ever wrote in MARE with my brother. But again, that's 50-50 sort of split. MARE is very much, at least as far as harmony and song construction goes, like sort of my thing. Like Caleb has his thing that he does, and he's very much like he creates those beats and like and certainly influences the writing of the music. But it's me that's up there. If it sucks, it's my fault. You know what I mean? I don't like failing, I guess. You know what I mean? So that probably explains a lot of the lag, or why I don't know. I'm off on a tangent now. But I was in a car all day.
That's okay.
I came from Chicago this morning. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. But anyway, I could talk about that forever.
All right.
Go on.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
How did you describe MARE's sound? Whether, I guess we're talking 10 years ago, but
you know what? They're much easier to describe now. Before, I sort of like internalized all these influences from like television and just like my parents' record collection and just like things I would hear in life, and I just regurgitated them back, But now when I listen to it, it's kind of like, I don't know. It sounds like, I wouldn't call it jazz because jazz is like an improvisational form of music, so it's not that. But it's like the sonic quality and like the harmonic structure comes from jazz, I think, largely. I've never thought of it as metal, which is the funniest bit, but I'm from that, you know what I mean? I was in a metal band before that, several, and I grew up going to hardcore and metal shows, and I still go to those shows, so it just finds its way in there.
Jazz metal?
I guess, but I don't want to call it that. It's lame. Because then it can't be anything else, you know what I mean?
Of course it can.
I guess, but I don't know.
It's the initial genre description.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I would call it sort of, just really intense. Like what Caleb and I, when we talk about it, we call it soul music.
Really?
To me, that's what it feels like. When I'm like vocalizing like that, especially in a live sense. Like I feel more like James Brown than I do like James Hetfield. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like because we have that elastic sort of time that we like to stretch out and like, contract and expand, especially when it's just the two of us. And a lot of the vocals are like they can change at any given moment depending on how I'm feeling the crowd. And so to me, that's like my favorite singer, like one of my favorite singers, not me favorite, like is James Brown and like Tina Turner and people like that, like old soul singers. So I and like Michael Jackson, things like that. So I kind of like, I don't know, that's how we feel. I don't know, that's not how it comes off, because like, we're not from that, and I don't know that, I don't know the soul performer, but like to me, like when I'm up there, I feel much more like, it feels like James Brown or like The Doors or something, like sort of like this sort of, it feels improvised even though it's not. It's just like, wow, I'm bad at answering questions. I'm talking about something else now.
No. I was gonna say though, you do improvise then if you were talking about changing the vocals, and stuff,
well,
like live and
stylistically,
feeling
like inflections and things like that. Like if you ever go watch like rock performer, you know what I mean? They sort of like, there's a lot of room to like it's more about like the way you sing than like what you're singing. You know what I mean? Like you can't really understand what I'm saying or something, but like I think the intent is pretty apparent. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you sort of try to project out and have people understand what you mean, even though they can't necessarily hear what you're saying.
I get that a lot. I hear people ask me like, "Why you like this music? You can't hear what they're saying."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Does it matter?" Half of them are speaking a different language. But
yeah. But when you're talking to someone, like say you're talking to your girlfriend or boyfriend, like they can look at you and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what what I mean? So it's
body
kinda,
language
yeah,
is huge.
or just anything, yeah. Just it's people. Who knows how that stuff works? But I mean, I feel like I like getting a lot across in the live setting, just via my voice and via my face, and I like using my face if I can, and my
Very
body.
expressive.
I try to be. I mean, I don't like. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it seems like you enjoy it. It's not like it's for
I love
show.
it.
It's
Yeah.
just kind of like what happens.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes you second guess yourself because like you can get mannered. You know what I mean? Like you can start to get a little corny, and you have to like rein yourself in. You're like, why am I doing that? Like, did I just like did my eyes roll back in my head because I'm like, I think that'd be cool, or like, you know what I mean?
Factor just go.
Yeah,
up.
man.
Yeah.
The things I'm thinking up there are like not necessarily what you think I would be thinking, but like, yeah. But you try to be as in the moment as you can possibly be. And it's a really good just exercise for anybody, I guess. It's kind of like a form of meditation or like prayer or something like that. Being too
Catharsis, whatever.
yeah, it's cathartic. Yeah,
definitely.
It's nice.
Who were your influences during the EP when you were writing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, that's a very definite. I can give you a definite answer for that. We were very influenced by the band. I was at least by the band Bloodlet. It's like heavily, especially by that Seraphim Fall record. Like I don't know if you go listen to it.
I'm gonna check it out when I get
just
home.
Find parts. Like I think one of the parts from our songs is like straight. Like it's a small part, but I think it's like straight up from Fusion. Which is like, yeah, no one knows that. I'll just take it. But I mean, that's how blues songs go. I don't know. I don't feel too bad about that. But they're a fantastic band if you haven't heard of them. They're a huge influence, at least at that time. But I still find that the Seraphim Fall record like still offers me things. I think I don't like using the word masterpiece for many things, but it's a great piece of music. I was listening to choir music a lot, like specifically the Bulgarian Women's Choir, which is a CD. There were a few CDs my uncle gave to my dad, and we started listening to them. I would like walk around Mississauga and listen to them all night in winter. Look at the Purina cat food factory. It's a Bulgarian Women's Choir.
That's
yeah, you know, really like emo stuff. That was big, and that choral thing was like a direct attempt to emulate that. I think it came off a little more Beach Boys than Bulgarian Women's Choir, but I don't know why that would be. But there's that. I was listening to The Doors a lot. I'm a huge Doors fan. I also have a leather jacket.
not tonight.
Yeah.
Not in this heat.
No? Yeah, I know. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna fucking hear that. But what else? Listening to The Doors at the time. Again, the conscious effort to like, especially live, to like capture that sort of, the Lizard King thing. You know, I can do anything. Like it's corny. I know. No one likes The Doors, so it's fine.
That's not true.
Like the people like them, but they're considered kind of like corny, I guess. But I think they're fantastic. Like just like. Because like Jim Morrison like uses body to express things, and he would like, in live performances would use his voice in much similar ways. To be honest, if you ever listen to a live Doors record, he'll do these sort of shrieking high things often, just sort of like and use the space to just sort of do whatever he wanted at any given time. I think I've probably, if not subconsciously, like consciously styled myself in some small part after that. So those three. What else was I listening to? Just like TV. TV was huge. I watched like TV for 20 years, like straight. I don't think I got up at all. I just watched TV.
So what do you mean, like jingles?
I don't think I got up.
Or like, are you talking about like the music channel on TV?
Oh, just everything. Just TV.
Just anything.
I'd log like 13 hours of TV a day.
Wow.
That's our parents were fine with us watching TV.
That's a lot of TV.
So I watched a lot of TV, man. Really, yeah. So I think that had a big influence on like the sort of like mixing and matching of things. I mean, this is like pre-internet too. Like now, I have even more ideas for that kind of thing because we're in such a sort of piecemeal place. You know what I mean? Like a piecemeal place, like a place where like people mix things up.
Yeah.